Good evening, viewers. Once again, this is Fine TV Gambia, your only viewpoint. Like we told you earlier on, we are at the beach here, Kasume, to witness the trade fair that was actually organized by GYCC, that is the Gambian Youth Chamber of Commerce. Now we are here with the main lady, that is the CEO of Gambian Youth Chamber of Commerce. Madam, you are welcome to Fine TV.
Thank you very much, Fine TV, for having me on this platform. My name is Fatima Mloshi, as you rightly mentioned, the CEO of Gambia Youth Chamber of Commerce. We're the voice of young entrepreneurs in the Gambia.
Madam, we've seen you organize a very important event. We are almost different vendors come together to display their products. Why do you decide to come up with this particular initiative?
Yeah, we come up with the summer beach fair because we realize that during the summer, a lot of young people come to the beach, and this is more of an educative and entertainment platform, and also creating awareness and exposing our entrepreneurs to a wider market. We realize that a lot of young people come to the beach, so now how about we go and meet them at the beach? Imagine seeing a young person selling and you are there at the beach as a young person. You can also learn from that person and tell yourself, if my age mate is selling like this and earning for themselves, then I can be able to do that. Because we realize that in the country there is little or no employment opportunities for the young people. So these networking events that we organize encourage other young people to also know that their age mates are engaged in these activities. That can also encourage them to start doing something. Instead of just coming to the beach to idle, you will now have the opportunity to buy from your fellow young people, have interaction with them, learn from them, look at the creative things that they're doing, so that you can also have a take home. Because if you go home, your mind will always be on the experience that you have during the beach fair, and you will now start up doing something for yourself as well. So it will also encourage our entrepreneurs to keep doing more. We are always creating market for the entrepreneurs. Normally our trade fairs that we do is always outside the beach. This is the first of its kind that we are doing this, as we know a lot of people come to the beach. So how about we come to the beach for them to meet these people that are at the beach, for them to buy from them. Even if they don't buy, they can exchange contacts so that their business can also grow to a wider audience.
Madam, bringing different kind of women vendors together can be sometimes cumbersome, can be so difficult. How were you able to put all these different vendors together to come and participate in this particular event?
Yeah, we are glad that we have all of these vendors on board, even though it's not easy. And our target was just 25 as a start, but we were lucky to have 45. So that's a big plus for us. This is why we need to know the importance of creating markets for entrepreneurs. Most of the entrepreneurs they don't have a market to sell their products, but immediately they see flyers of trade fairs, they will come on board. So this beach fair is a very big, awareness program where these entrepreneurs can grow. So it's definitely telling us that young people of this country and entrepreneurs always need a market. So a market should always be created for them. This is why the Youth Chamber is here and always creating market for entrepreneurs, always organizing events where they will come and showcase what they have for people to buy from them, network and connect with them. So we are very, very proud and lucky that we meet our target, even though it was just a 1 week preparation. A lot of people didn't know about it, but we were able to get few media houses that were able to help us to post the flyer on their pages. We also share it around for the young entrepreneurs to come on board and participate in this remarkable event.
We've witnessed you went around with your other colleagues to see how these different products were displayed. Actually, madam, what is your own impression?
I'm very, very impressed seeing young people trying hard not to wait for employment, creating employment opportunities for themselves. That is our dream, that is our motive. We want every single young person to be busy in meaningful activities. This is the only way for our country to be developed. Imagine if every young person is busy earning a living on their own. They will not put pressure on the government. They will not put pressure on their family. they will be very sustainable on their own. This is our dream, this is our motive. So taking our guests around for them to see that the young people of this country are doing great is a very big achievement for us, as we always hear people saying that young people of the country are lazy. But going around seeing young people engage in activities shows that not every young people are lazy in this country. They are very, very, competent young people that are actually doing a great thing in this country. It's just a matter of supporting them and pushing them to grow.
Most women feel that become a leader, like it's destined for men. You, as the leader of one of the uh, best, let me just say, best youth organization in this particular country, how do you feel a woman leading Gambian Youth Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I would say it's very challenging. It's not easy at all. Handling an office where you have big men that are there and you are young and you are a female for that matter. Also in a country where every sector is male dominated. So for a female to be in these sectors is very challenging, but you need to have a thick skin and you need to ignore and focus. That is what I always say. If you want to reach your targets, you have to be very focused. And you should not pay attention to things that will discourage you or things that will distract you. So once you identify these little things, then it becomes easy for you. For me, I don't allow distractions. I really don't allow distractions. This is what makes me going. I always ignore and focus on the things that are very, very important. At the end, if you know your goals, you know your target, you know your direction, you will continue. You will always focus on that and continue. So with the support of my family, friends and loved ones and our partners, it is making the job very easy for me. But I will say this, it's definitely not easy in this country as a female to, be a leader in this country. But Alhamdulillah, God is seeing me through.
What advice do you have for your fellow women?
Well, I would tell them to take up responsibility and not to make people think that we are lazy. For us to, any position that we take, we make sure we put all what it takes to make sure the institution goes forward. Even not only institution, even if you are running your business, you should make sure you push it to a point that people will see you grow, people will see you succeed in it, so that they can believe that what a man can do, a woman can actually do it more or even better. You understand? So every young person there, every woman there, you are our ambassadors. You are the people that are showing people what we are capable of doing. But if you don't do things right, they will categorize every youth or every woman as being lazy or not doing things the right way. So when we are giving positions, we make sure we focus on the agenda. We make sure we focus on the goals of the institution, so that they can know that we are powerful, and for them to believe in our potentials and give us that position. Because they always say, sometimes they will say women empowerment or give women position, and then when you give them position, they will not be able to deliver. But once we are delivering, then definitely we can even become president. Yeah.
Madam, this one will be a joint question. What are some of the challenges you are facing, and what kind of support do you need from the government and philanthropists?
Well, if you hear youth, you will know that we are the highest population in this country. But if you look at our budget, it's very, very low compared to other sectors, and we are the highest number of population in this country. We definitely need support. The young people of this country definitely need support. The youth chamber, in particular, just if you just look at our tents, you will definitely know that we need better tents, much more beautiful white ones, very presentable, easy to be fixed, because we face a lot of challenges in these tents. We're using these iron rods. To fix it is a huge challenge. To dismantle it is a huge challenge. To get funds is very, very difficult in this country. We don't have subvention from the government, but at least when they have projects, sometimes they engage us. Even this beach fair, the support of NCAC and GT board, Drammeh Tourism Board, they were the ones who get us this venue. So we are saying a very big thank you to them for coming on board and helping us get this venue at the beach. And also to Officer Gambia Limited for their support in branding the event, even though they don't come monetary, but we appreciate their support, as this branding these branding items that they brought are also costly. So at least they came on board in that part. So even though the support is very, very minimal, not in cash, but at least we have few kind support that we have. But we're encouraging the government and philanthropists to come on board and help young people that are in the entrepreneurship sector. Entrepreneurship is the only way for our country to hold their future in their own hands. Imagine if we are producing our own food in this country, not relying on other countries for our survival. We will definitely grow. The land that we have in this country is very fertile. If the government invests in this for young people to be engaged in agricultural activities, we will hold our country in our own hands. We will stop, getting goods from other countries. So we should definitely encourage engaging in activities where we will do more of export than import. This will help in the economy of the country to really develop. So I will encourage every philanthropy and organizations, the government, the companies to come on board and support the youths of this country, for them to have sustainable businesses, for their businesses to grow so that they will stop going through, the bad way, using illegal migration, going through drugs, using drugs, and also stealing, crimes, and the likes. If every young person is busy in meaningful activities, all this shouting that we are doing, encouraging young people to stop all of these activities, imagine if they were all busy. We will not even be doing that shouting. We will not even be going around to sensitize them about these, challenges if they were all busy. So this is very important for our country to develop. Every young person needs to be busy in meaningful activities for them to, get sustainable incomes for themselves.
Madam, before we take a leave of you, what will be your final message to our viewers, particularly the young people?
Well, I would tell them to, start doing something to keep going. What matters is not, what is not good is not doing anything. But the most important thing is to start with something. Once you start, it will definitely grow. For all of us, these positions, we don't just come and then get to these positions. It starts from somewhere. I started business when I was just 17 years old. When I graduated from university, I started opened my printing company, doing my modeling agency business as well, organizing fashion shows. So I went through all these graduate steps to get to where I am today. In the youth chamber, I was just a mayor member. Luckily, I became part of the board, and now I am the youngest CEO. So I would encourage every young person also to start doing something so that they can definitely grow. There's always a step, at the beginning. You have to. It is always one step at a time. You have to start off something for it to grow. So you should not sit and fold your hands. So the people watching, the viewers, the philanthropists, government, companies, I will encourage all of them to support young people of this country so that we can grow and hold our future in our own hands. Very big thank you to Fine TV also for coming from the start of this program to the end. Kegoda has been very, very supportive. Anywhere, we call him, he's definitely coming on board. A very big thank you to everyone watching this program, and thank you to the Gambia, thank you to the Gambia Youth Chamber of Commerce for giving me this opportunity, our staff, our board. Very big thank you to everybody.
Thank you so much, madam.
You're welcome.
Good evening. My name is Mamadou Drammeh. I'm presently the Managing Director of the Gambia Angel Investors Network and also the CEO of Enterprise Gambia. I have been in the ecosystem, that's why most of the young people call me the father of the ecosystem. In fact, talking about GYCC, maybe Fatima may not know, but I was one of the pioneers of helping set up GYCC. Then I was sitting on the NEDI board as the vice chairperson when it was set up. Yes, and I also support a lot of young people. That's my mantra, helping young people to start their own businesses. I do trainings and I also do mentorship and coaching a lot for a whole lot of young businesses and young people.
Seeing young people coming up with such a program, how happy are you to see them venturing in this particular activity?
Yes, I think Fatima has taken a new dimension, to really engage the young people, bring them together, and also give them an opportunity to be able to showcase, their small businesses, and at least sell. Probably it's not about making money, but it's about exposing them so that people would know what they do. And some of us, what we do is we come here, we identify some of the very good businesses, and we network with them and see how we can support them. So I would say this is a laudable initiative, very good, and I think everybody should support the initiative so that it can give it a, a bigger audience at some point. And doing it on the beach, you know everybody comes to the beach on weekends. I think that is innovative, because you can catch the young people actually where they are, where they usually frequent. So yes, I would definitely support this kind of initiative, and I would say kudos to GYCC under the leadership of Fatima Molusi.
Sir, over the years, we've seen a lot of young people travel through this backway journey. Some who are here might think this particular activity is not important. What message do you have for them?
Yeah, I just want to say that it's a tricky question in the sense that it depends on what side of the coin you are on, what side you're talking from. Young people venturing out there is not something that they themselves want to do, but is probably one of those things that they believe, is the way out for them. There isn't employment in the country, or a lot of employment. I think we need to, as a nation, we need to create jobs so that young people will have, we give them hope. We give them opportunities so that they can really stay home. Failing that, a lot of them will venture out. Okay, so when they venture out, we wouldn't say it's a good thing because they're dying in the seas. It's a horrible thing. Okay, but one would, know or understand where the young people are coming from. But that doesn't mean that we have to support what they're doing. All right, the only way we can support, or prevent what they're doing is to help them create jobs. And this is what these kind of initiatives, bring about. For me, I've been supporting a whole lot of young people, trained over 7,000 people from here to Basse, all countrywide under the Empretech project. I'm a coordinator of that project, and the country director for UNCTAD for the Empretech project. And I have seen what entrepreneurship can do for young people. See? And that is why sometimes I believe we need to do, as a nation, we need to do a lot more for these young people. We need to give them hope. We need to give them opportunities so that they, can stay home and believe that, they can make it at home. That's why under the YEP program, which I also was one of the board members, we had this tech fee, you know, dëkk fi juddoo fi yaroo fi and tekki fi. You can make it here, but to make it here we need to create, that we need to give them the cushion, the springboard on which they can have a soft landing, in order to make it here. So my advice to young people is they cannot lose sight of the fact that Gambia, is a virgin country. Opportunities are abound. Probably, yes, there are a whole lot of challenges, but I believe that to go and die at sea, to try home and make it here is much better than to go and die, because then, all those opportunities that you were, the reason why you want to go is to help your family, help yourself, get away from poverty. And I think, in my view, going and die in the seas, will not help you in doing that. So opportunities are here. Some of the opportunities we are bringing to the young people. We coach them, we mentor them, we train them. Okay, even mostly people like myself, we don't get paid for mentoring and coaching, and a lot of them cannot pay the services that we offer. So we do it for the love of country. And this is why coming to these kind of forums, these kind of events, is required so that you see, what young people are trying to do for other young people, and that's why I said my advice is let's, stay home, try to work hard, and explore the opportunities. Even if you go out there without a whole lot of, as they would tell you, opportunities are there, but you really need to work hard to access them. And similarly, if you work that hard here, I believe you will be able to make it.
Mr. Drammeh, we would have loved to ask you a lot of questions, but unfortunately it's getting dark.
It is.
But then we want to hear your final message before we leave you, sir.
My final message, is to government. We, as a people, we need to come together and support our young people. They need jobs. We must come up with initiative. We have to be innovative and create these jobs for these young people. If not, they will go and die in the seas. We are losing our youthful population, to this bad way, and drugs. Okay? And all of these, culminating together is about frustration. So we need to create a lot more opportunities rather than sit and wait for a project to come in. At the end of the project dies. Why can't we have our own initiative? I've been in the ecosystem for long. I've been from the EBAS days trying to help young people access funding and all of those things. From the GYCC days I meant, EBAS been transferred to GYCC. I've been the head of the entrepreneurship department, supporting Empretech came and all of those things. So I think we need to come up with our own initiatives of helping young people rather than just sit and say we're waiting for UNDP to come up with a project, YEP to come up with a project, this to come up with a project, and we depend on those projects. Where are the projects that are funded by the government? For example, all of these young people, they need access to funds to start their businesses, to grow their businesses at early stage growth or acceleration. They need funds. But even to create a startup fund, or an early stage fund or a growth fund, these are the things we want government to look at and create this fund for the young people so that anybody who wants to start a business, you have somewhere to go, access those funds and be able to grow your business or start your business. In Japan, for example, I went there, and what they do is if you have an idea as a young person, you are given $1,000 to just go and research the idea. When you research the idea and the idea, you come and do all your reports and everything, the idea works, then they give you, funds to start that particular business. And that is why you can see they are all industrialized. Entrepreneurship is all over. They're innovating, they're creating. We have a cohort of young people, very good ones. Where for me, being in the ecosystem, seeing what young people can do, how innovative. I help them with their ideas, their startups. You see the way they think, the things they want to do. It's amazing. But how far will they go? Not very far. Is it? Not very far, because once you start, the funds are not there, even though we tell them, and entrepreneurship or business is not about the money. Money is maybe number four on the requirements. And yes, we tell them that. But even if you follow everything, get to that level, and the funds are not there, to access it from the banks, they believe small businesses are not safe. And this is one of the reasons why you see me as the MD of GAIN, Gambia Angel Investors Network, is to address some of those challenges. We said, okay, there are no funds out there. We need government to set up these funds. Okay, no money at government level, they're not setting it up. But here we are. What can we do? We don't want to just keep talking and talking and talking like Uncle Bax would say, Uncle Abdullah Ture. He would say, walk the talk and stop talking the talk. So we said, let's form a group of group of Gambians who have a heart of gold, who want to just help somebody in their business to grow. We went a painless, very, painstaking effort to bring people that we believe have a heart of gold, who will not just take their money, stash it in the bank, and then grow interest. These are people who said we will put aside, something, all right, a small amount, that when you bring us a business that is doing well or has potential, we will put our money in them. And what do they charge? A single digit interest, so that means they are charging a lot lower than the banks. But they don't stop there. They handhold you, they mentor you, they coach you to make sure that you succeed, you progress into that business. So that is what angel investment is all about, and that is the situation that we are in, that basically created the need for an angel investment. And we need a lot more angels. We need a lot more great people with a heart of gold, who can at least look at the business and put in 250,000 or 300,000 or 500,000. It's not even much, that much, so that that person can start and grow their business, and then they will pay back, obviously, but at a single digit interest, and they will benefit from the person who put the money in, to be hand holding them, mentoring them, coaching them, making sure that everything is intact. So as you see, we are at least doing a little bit. Let everybody do your small bit. All these small bits will come together, and I think as a nation we will move forward. Hope is not lost. There is hope, and the hope is in the young people, and that's why we need to help those young people, because they are the future, or they are even today and the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Drammeh. Good to have you for the first time on Fine TV.